Hello, it's Vicki with Mindful Minute. Today is January 10th, and here is the reading. Akiba. When Akiba was on his deathbed, he bemoaned to his rabbi that he felt he was a failure. His rabbi moved closer and asked why, and Akiba confessed that he had not lived a life like Moses. The poor man began to cry, admitting that he feared God's judgment. At this, his rabbi leaned into his ear and whispered gently, God will not judge Akiba for not being Moses. God will judge Akiba for not being Akiba. From the Talmud. We are born with only one obligation, to be completely who we are. Yet, how much of our time is spent comparing ourselves to others, dead and alive? This is encouraged as necessary in the pursuit of excellence. Yet a flower in its excellence does not yearn to be a fish, and a fish in its unmanaged elegance does not long to be a tiger, but we humans find ourselves always falling into the dream of another life. Or we secretly aspire to the fortune or fame of people we don't really know. When feeling badly about ourselves, we often try on other skins rather than understand and care for our own. Yet when we compare ourselves to others, we see neither ourselves nor those we look up to. We only experience the tension of comparing, as if there is only 1 ounce of being to feed all our hungers, but the universe reveals its abundance most clearly when we can be who we are. Mysteriously, every weed and ant and wounded rabbit, every living creature has its unique anatomy of being, which, when given over to, is more than enough. Being human, though, we are often troubled and blocked by insecurity, that windedness of heart that makes us feel unworthy. And when winded and troubled, we sometimes feel compelled to puff ourselves up. For in our pain, it seems to make sense that if we're larger, we would be further from our pain. If it seems to make if we were larger, we would be harder to miss. If we were larger, we'd have a better chance of being loved. Then, not surprisingly, others need to be made smaller so we can maintain our illusion of seeming bigger than our pain. Of course, history is the humbling story of our misbegotten inflations. And truth is the corrective story of how we return to exactly who we are. And compassion, sweet compassion, is the never-ending story of how we embrace each other and forgive ourselves for not accepting our beautifully particular place in the fabric of all there is. The activities are 1. Fill a wide bowl with water. Then clear your mind in meditation and look closely at your reflection. 2. While looking at your reflection, allow yourself to feel the tension of one comparison you carry. Feel the pain of measuring yourself against another. Close your eyes and let this feeling through. Now, once again, look closely at your reflection in the bowl and try to see yourself in comparison to no one. Look at your reflection and allow yourself to feel what makes you unique. Let this move through you. And what a beautiful exercise. And here's what I love about this book and about this Mark Nepo, the Book of Awakening, is that it's important for us to understand the feelings when they're not good, and it's important for us to understand the feelings when they are good. Because sometimes I think, for me, feelings happen and I'm not even aware of them. And I think awareness is the number one key to healing and clarity and understanding what we're doing and how we're doing it and why we're doing it. My favorite quote of all time is comparison is the thief of joy. And these days, it doesn't matter. It's not these days. Any day, since the beginning of time, we compare ourselves to others. Even little kids do it. I babysit a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And anytime one of the kids grabs a toy, the other one wants that toy and wants all the attention and wants all the bigness and wants everything. And it's a natural thing. However, I love the comparison where he was talking about the flower doesn't compete and try to be a fish. We are what we are. And if we can be truly ourselves, that is when we shine. You can tell when someone is being truly themselves. You can feel it. It's it's beautiful and it's sometimes wild and it's amazing. So if we are able to actually be okay with being ourselves, and it does take practice and it doesn't happen all the time, and are you going to stop comparing yourself to others? No. But try and be mindful and try and be aware that it is not going to get you anywhere. You will not get more happiness. Even if you do exactly what that other person does, you're going to need to find your own way to harness that strategy to make yourself a success, but you cannot pretend to be someone else and be successful by mimicking another person or dressing just like another person or acting just like another person. It just doesn't simply work. You are beautiful the way you are. You are enough the way you are. There are things that you can improve on, and there are things that you can stop doing a little bit of that are maybe hindering you, but ultimately, through and through, you are enough and you are beautiful and you are valuable. So get that into your thick noggin, and I will too. Have a beautiful weekend. I have a wonderful workshop coming up if you are local to Chicago. It's in Hoffman Estates. It's on Sunday, January 19th from 2 to 5. If you're interested, click on the link. It's the Kaleidoscope Workshop Series on Communication. So if you're interested, click. If you have a friend that lives here and may be interested, click. Come and see what it's like. All right. Have a wonderful day. Be well. Namaste.